I've been preparing for a long time. I'm so excited it's been paid off, and I can't wait to go inside.
Mazel tov, Carson. We're so proud of you. You did an amazing job today, and I can't wait for Sunday. Are you ready for some football?
Hi, Carson. You did so good today, and we love you so much, and we're so proud of you.
Carson, they gave you a lot of work to do, and you were a champion. You mastered it. Good job. Congratulations.
Hey, Mazel tov, Carson. We love you. Bye. Mazel tov. Have fun.
Hi, Carson. It's Bruce and Randy from Chicago, and we're so happy that we're able to be at the Simcha with you and help you celebrate.
You did a beautiful job. Mazel tov to you and your family.
And your mother and father should be very, very proud of you. Congratulations and Mazel tov.
Hey now, it's good to see everybody here to celebrate Carson's bar mitzvah today. We got ourselves a big one here. Come on, Carson, good to see ya! Thank you so much. All right, get yourself in line. I need to see my captains. Everybody out there on the dance floor, make a little noise for Carson for me this afternoon. All right, everybody looking this way. Here's the rules on this one. When I say go, the captain in the front line is going to run down here and jam onto some bubbles here. Come on, bubbles! Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. When I say go, first person in line, running down here to jump on bubbles. When I say next person in line, you run back. Put the hat on the next person in line and dive to the back, okay? You'll be in the back row at that point in time. That's right. But right now, it's all ready for us to jam into. First team who's going to knock them all out is going to be our winner here, okay? First things first, are you ready? Make a little noise out there. Let's go. Do it, do it. Next in line. Go to the back there. That's right. You can only use your feet. Next in line. Go. Looking good, looking good. Next in line. Do it. Go. Looking good. Next in line. Do it. Get that hat on. Get that hat on. Beautiful. Next in line. Go. Make some noise if you think your team has won. Make some noise. Oh, it's close. It looks like Carson's team has won. We got the team number one right here. Team number one right here is our winner. That's it. Hey, I want everybody to pop your bubbles out here. Come on, let's get this going. Let's jam it out here. That's right. Let's get some more adults on the dance floor. Come and join us. Now the first thing I want to do is introduce you to some very special individuals out here. So without further ado, I'd like everybody out here, please, give a nice round of applause for our host and hostess, Stephen and Jen. Give them a round of applause. To the middle of the dance floor. Inside the first circle. Everybody in the first circle, back up a little bit. Come on, let's get Mom and Dad in there. Come on. Give Stephen and Jen a nice round of applause. Next, I'd like to introduce the man, Austin Winner. Bring him to the middle. You got it. And let's hear it for Jackson. Give Jackson a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands in the air. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the one, the only, the infamous Carson Winter! Get your hands in the air! Everybody high five 3 people out there. Do it, do it! All right, grab hands. We're taking our circles to the left. Everybody take your circles to the left. Don't stand still. You gotta go to your left. To your left. We're gonna maximize. Everybody hold hands out there, have a little fun. Can I get the family right in the middle circle? Let's get the whole Winter family right in the middle. Everybody squeeze to the middle, make some noise, go! Back it up. One more time, squeeze to the middle. And back it up. To your right. Everybody to your right. Directions, back to your left. I like what I'm seeing out here. Everybody squeeze to the middle, make a lot of noise, hold it there. And back it up. One more time. Squeeze to the middle, make some noise. And back it up for me. Everybody clap your hands for me. Clap your hands. Now, we need 6 men to help us lift this big chair. Men, 18 and over. With an insurance policy. Come on, let's get some more men to help us lift here. Carson, you're in the middle. Give me some rhythm out there. Everybody wave to Carson, get your hands in the air. We're gonna have a little fun here. Let's make some noise for Carson, friends, as we bring him down. Let's get Jackson. He'll be coming up in another 3 years here, that's right. Give him 360 guys all the way around. Now we need some more men on standby, okay? We still have a few more lifts here. This is a lot of workout. Make some noise for Jackson. All right, next in the chair, we've got Austin, our new man. That's right, just a couple years ago, we were out here celebrating his brother and son. Everybody make some noise out there for Austin. Hey friends, how many people think we should get Jen in the chair this afternoon? I think it's essential. Hey, it's critical. Do you think Steven should go up in the chair today? You know it. Come on, Jen, help us out here. Here we go. That's right. We need some help on the front edge. All the way around. Give me some rhythm out there, friends. All right, I want everybody now, you're going to grab hands and take your circles to the left. Let's get some friends in the middle. Take your circles to the left. Don't stand still. Circles to the left. Go. Go, go. Grab hands. Everybody switch directions. Back to your right. To your right. Everybody have a little fun with me. Everybody squeeze to the middle now. Make some noise. Back it up. One more time. Squeeze to the middle. Make some noise. Back it up. Everybody now spin on each other's arms. Round and round. With 5 different people. Go, go, do-si-do. Go for it. Looking good. I want everybody to move to the middle of the dance floor for me. Everybody get your hands in the air. We're going to make a little noise for Carson on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Make some noise!
Congratulations, Carson. We're very proud of you. You did a wonderful job today. You look very confident. We're really glad that you invited us, and we're really proud of you.
Carson, you are a good friend of mine. I've known you since kindergarten, and yeah.
Carson, you are the best friend I've ever had. Thank you. Hi, Carson. I'm Carson. Remember me? You're my best friend ever. Happy Bar Mitzvah. Congratulations, Carson. You're so awesome. Hello, Carson. Congrats on your Bar Mitzvah. Have a video. Merry Christmas.
Mazel tov. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carson. Congratulations, Carson. Yay.
All right. Hey, Carson, congratulations. Great job, Mazel tov.
Carson, so happy for you. What a big day. We're so proud of you. Can't wait to see what you accomplish in this world, big guy. We
By the
love
way, we
you.
are taking music.
Happy Bar Mitzvah. This is only the second one I've been to in my entire life. Your big brother was my first. It's only getting better. Keep up with your humor because you're really, really funny and smart. Love you.
Hi, Carson. Hi. Hi, Carson. How you doing? Hi, Carson. Hi, Mom. Hi, Carson.
You can warm up a little bit on your hoops right now.
Hi, Carson. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Love you. Hi, Carson. Marry me. You sit next to me, English class, Carson.
Marry me, Carson.
If you drop your hoop, you can pick it back up. But we're looking for the person who keeps it up the longest, okay? Everybody do a 360 to your right, all the way around, all the way around. 360, all the way around. Now back the other way, back the other way. We still have a few in, right, Kurt? Just one knee to the dance floor, come back up again.
One knee.
And back up. Good job. She's in. Did you try it? Oh, he did. Excellent. You okay? You okay? We got our winner right over here. Give her a nice round of applause. Everybody put your hoop up. Let's try one more round. Here we go. Look up here, our dancers. Make some noise out there. Come on. Here we go. All of our moves to the left. Left.
Take it back now, y'all.
Hop it.
Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Cha-cha, real smooth.
So there's some cha-cha moves out there.
Turn it out.
To the right, 2, 3, 4. To the left.
Take it back now, y'all.
Back it up. Good.
One off this time.
Towards me.
Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go.
Left foot.
Cha-cha now, y'all. Now it's time to get funky. To the right now. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go to work.
Right, 2, 3, 4. To the left.
Take it back now, y'all.
Bang it up.
2 hops
This way. 1, 2.
2 hops this time. Right foot, 2 stumps.
Boom, boom.
Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Keep on with it.
We'll get you funky out there. I like it. You guys are good. You guys are real good.
Come on. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Show me some cha-cha moves. Carson's got one.
Turn it out.
To the right we go.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Get up.
5 hops this time. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Freeze!
Carson, I need you up here. Bring one of your friends. Everybody clap your hands with Carson. Come on. All right, you guys ready? Back it up a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, how low can Carson go?
Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top?
Here we go. Here we go.
Like it never stop?
Hey.
Can you bring it to the top? One hop. Right foot now.
Carson, bring it in.
Left foot now, y'all.
Hey.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
There you go.
Turn it out.
To the right, 2, 3.
To the left.
To the left. Carson,
Take
you
it
can
back
turn
now,
this way.
y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Reverse. Reverse. Slide to the left. Slide to the left.
At the end of this one here, best move. So, come on, keep your positions out here. Everybody make a little noise for my man Carson out there. Come on. Hey, we're looking this way. Come on now. Everybody.
Change my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say you ain't raps, they like say the time. I can dance on it, I don't do shit. Y'all looking at something like a truth, yeah. A girl told me that a man that can dance might can possibly get down with the tune in his hand. Now, my ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back low, and the pound it real bad, just like the perfect. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, good.
You with me on this one? Sing it! Back it up.
I buy you champagne.
We gotta go ahead and get everyone in the front row down on one knee. How's that looking? We're looking straight ahead on the count of 3. 1, 2, big smiles. 3, 1, 2. Now everybody point to Carson, but look at the camera. Point to Carson, but look at the camera. We're pointing to him. Hey guys, come on now. We need you in the back row here. Hold it together, guys. Hold it together. Everybody looking at our photographer. Let's get our hands in the air from Patricia here on the count of 3. Make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Get your hands in the air.
We have put together a montage of some of our favorite photos and video clips that we've collected over the years. This is a tribute to Carson from our perspective. And also, as is the bar mitzvah tradition, Carson has not seen this yet, nor does he know anything about what's in it, although I might have dropped him a little hint this morning during my speech. So anyway, it is 18 minutes long, so make yourself comfortable. Hopefully you all can see one of the screens. Many of you here are featured within, so watch closely, you might see yourselves. Anyway, enjoy the show.
So this white ball right here is called sclera. The middle of the eye is called the vitreous humerus. Right here is the ulna. This is the radius. Because this kind of looks like the ulna, but it's the radius. It goes straight to your the pelvis, which is the biggest bone in the body. It's called hammer and stool. Oh my gosh, it's Mommy! See, Mommy. That's Mommy.
That was fantastic, unbelievable. I think our director and our producer here, Mr. Stephen Winter, deserves a nice round of applause. Come on, I do believe that was good stuff. Right, left, right, left, shuffle to your left, follow curve, right, 2, 3, 4, to your left, left, shuffle to your left, follow Tasha, back this way, use your hands, there you go, kick it left, kick it right, left, left, turn to your left, follow me, to your right, to your right, to your right, to your right, to your left, to the left, to the left. Now kick right,
down, follow her. Here we go.
You ready, buddy? Follow him in the orange hat. Maybe not. 5, 6, 7, 8. You better dance. Let's make a night. You won't remember. I'll be the one. You won't forget. It's going down. I'll guarantee. You better know. You better dance. Let's make a night. You won't remember. I'll be the one. You won't forget.
Come something like LeBron now. Hold it, order me another round. Homie, we about to clown. Why? 'Cause it's about to go down. Swing your body round and round, and the night is going down. One more shot, another round, and the night is going down. Swing your body round and round.
I want you to follow our moves.
Oh, something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. 'Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move where you already know, so just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing.
We are working it out here. Let's give out some gift cards, shall we? Here we go, here we go. We're gonna go for altitude, okay? That's right.
That was really impressive.
Hey Carson, we're really, really proud of you. You did a great job on everything today.
Hi Carson, it's your old teacher. Congratulations, you did great up there today. And I'll always remember you napping with little big tensions. Love you. We love you, Carson.
Congratulations, Carson. Wish you all the best in your school life.
Carson, it's great to be here and join you and your whole family in this wonderful Simcha. Happy to come and share it with you.
It's been terrific. Hey Carson, you did such a great job. So proud of you. Keep going.
Carson, Bubby, and Zadie are so thrilled with who you have become and the wonderful job you did today in the synagogue. We love you very, very much. And it was a mitzvah to see you today. It was just wonderful.
congratulations on your bar mitzvah. It's wonderful, amazing accomplishment, and it's so nice that we were able to be here. Great job.
Hey Carson, congratulations. Thanks for letting us be a part of this day.
And now, to introduce you to the one and the only, the Mr. Carson Winter. We make some noise out there, come on! Woo! Yeah! All right.
First off, I would like to thank all of my friends for Beth Israel and Marshall Middle School who could be here today.
I like this right here.
Oh, thanks. Okay. We've had a lot of fun times together. Sometimes I'm not that excited to go to school, but when I get there, all of my friends make it fun. And then I'm not bored at all. And to all of my friends at Congregation Beth Israel, I like hanging out and talking with everyone before we go to class. You all make going to religious school a lot more fun. So to all of my friends, Justin, Marlon, Asher, Nathan, Perry, Lev, Danielle, Anthony, Isabella, Michael, Josh, Cole, Bryce, Kai, Braden, Tristan, and Dominic, please come up and help me light candle number 1.
Line it up behind here, friends, for a picture. Everybody behind. All right, let's give all the friends a nice round of applause. All right. And gentlemen, head on back to your seats now. Thank you so much.
From the same place I see my friends, I also see my teachers. Many of my teachers from Blossom Valley Elementary School are here today. I liked all of my teachers in elementary school, and I'm glad my mom works there. Because if she didn't, I wouldn't know all of you as well as I do. I wouldn't be as smart if it weren't for all of you. You're welcome. You made learning fun and interesting. To all of my teachers, Mrs. Klass, Ms. Halligan, Mr. Hoban, Mrs. Humphrey, Mrs. Kinnear, Ms. Mosley, Mrs. Nugent, Mrs. Ruffer, Mrs. Shields, Mrs. Spencer, Mrs. Stevens, Mrs. Weiner, Mrs. Warford, and last but certainly not least, my very own mother, who as most of you know is my 4th grade math teacher.
I'd like to bring all those friends that just heard their name up here to help light a candle, please.
Show us the way. This song is for those who see their students through the tough times in their lives. And we say thank you.
Look at all these teachers. Let's give all of our teachers a wonderful round of applause.
The place I'm always at when I'm not in school is my neighborhood. I love hanging out in such a small neighborhood because then I actually know everyone's names. Before I moved to Fairbrook Estates, I didn't know many of the people that lived in my other neighborhood. But now that I live where I live, I know everyone. because they're all so friendly and so social. Really, really social. Like, really social. We love getting together for block parties, birthday parties, pool parties, New Year's parties. Do you get the recurring theme here? Parties, and lots of them. So will everyone from our little neighborhood of Fairbrook Estates, the Reuters, the Factors, the Ridgeways, the Wileys, the Knights, the Draskoviches, the Moritzes, the Abbotts, the McKinnises, the Johnsons, the Deitzes, and Mrs. Kathy Wheeler, please come up and help me light candle number 3.
That's a lot of people. We're gonna condense you all in. Tasha, can you pull the table forward a little bit? Let's give them all a wonderful round of applause. All right, Carson's doing a great job. Let's give Carson a nice round of applause.
There are 2 other families that I would like to honor. They do not live in our immediate neighborhood, but we like to hang out with them just the same. They are friends that we can count on for practical matters such as carpooling, but also celebrating good times and togetherness, such as barbecuing in the backyard and going to the beach. In fact, we spend so much time together that sometimes they actually feel more like family. So will our family friends, the Spinozzi family and the Humphrey family, please come up and help me light candle number 4.
Got it, everybody clap your hands out there. Beautiful. Give them a nice round of applause there. Beautiful. Our celebration continues.
There is a special group of people. There's a special group of people here today that I would like to recognize. They may not know each other, but they all share a common distinction. That is, they all traveled great distances to be here, from places far away such as Maryland, Illinois, and Florida. They all spared no expense to buy airline tickets to travel such great distances to witness this event. I'm really honored to have them here with us. Will Bruce and Randy Ceylon, Andy and Judy Loeb, Sue Wolf and Max Wiviot, please come up and help me light candle number 5.
Did they fly Southwest? Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Speaking of people that don't live in San Diego, I'm so happy to have my aunt, uncle, and cousins from Calabasas here with us today. The energy you guys bring to our lives is off the charts. I love when you come and stay at our house for a few days, which we are lucky enough to happen several times a year. The excitement never stops. Ever. Yeah. I also like when we go to Calabasas to stay with you guys, to enjoy some swimming and barbecuing in the backyard. With our Calabasas winter family, Uncle Eric, Aunt Joanna, and cousins Tilly and Henry, please come up and help me light candle number 6.
Give those Calabasas peeps a nice round of applause.
It really means a lot to me to have my cousins Max and Molly here with us today. Max took a break from his college studies to fly out from Florida to be here. Molly drove down from Los Angeles. Lily was at the ceremony this morning, but had to go back home early. I love hanging out with my cousins and hope to get to do that more often. My Aunt Lisa was a very special person to me, always nice to talk to, and always welcoming of us into her home. Lisa and I had something in common that most people may not be aware of. That is, we were both the middle child in our families, sandwiched in between two siblings. She and I talked about that often. In fact, she even nicknamed me Middle, and in turn, I also called her Middle. My Aunt Lisa was a very warm and loving person, and I will always remember her for her kind and gentle ways. She will forever be in all of our hearts, and I know she is here with us in spirit. So will Max and Molly Wiviot please come up and help me light candle number 7. The next family I would like to honor is the Bloomhagens. I love going over to your house when you are hosting a barbecue or for Super Bowl Sunday. Come on.
Don't get me sick!
I love when you invite me over to watch basketball, football, and any of the other sports that you follow. It's especially nice when Tani, Alexis, and Cody are there as well, because that's twice the fun. I also enjoy the constant energy and humor that is ever present when you are all around. I'm also really glad that Alexis found someone to be with. That came out wrong. Cody has been a great addition to the family, and tomorrow they will be celebrating their first anniversary. So will Alexis and Cody Kruger, Aunt Debbie, Uncle Randy, and Tani Bloomhagen please come up and help me light candle number 8.
Let's show them a little love, friends. Give them a nice round of applause.
That was funny. I have some other aunts, uncles, and first cousins that I would like to honor today. It's always fun to see you at family get-togethers. I may not get to spend a lot of time with you, but when we do, it's always a good time. Would Aunt Joanne and Uncle Marv, Uncle Glenn and Aunt Kathy, Uncle Marty, and my first cousins, Allison and Shayna, please come up and help me light candle number 9.
Give them another nice round of applause, friends.
My grandparents are very special to me, and I want to say something special about each of them. To my Bubby and Zadie, I love when you come over to our house for Shabbat dinner, and I especially love when you take me to the Civic Theater with you to see Broadway shows. I also love going to Arizona with you to stay at the Westgate Resort. And our trips to Palm Springs are always fun and relaxing. Now to my grandma. When I hear that you're coming to San Diego, the first thing I think of is chocolate chip cookies. Yes! Yeah. The next thing I think of is sports because I know how much you love basketball and tennis. It's so cool to me to see a grandmother that is so much into sports like you are. I hope that someday soon you will move down here to San Diego to be closer to us. Poppy, we all miss you tremendously, but your spirit lives on in our hearts and our home. All of you have set a great example to the world as to how to live a fulfilling and honorable life. You are all survivors and fighters and are an inspiration to everyone. Will my amazing grandparents, Bubby, Zadie, and Grammy, please come up and help me light candle number 10.
Let's give our grandparents a wonderful round of applause.
The next candle goes to my brothers. I'm pretty sure I couldn't live without them. Yeah, if I was an only child, I wouldn't get all the optimism and energy from my little brother Jackson. I also wouldn't get all the wisdom and maturity from my big brother Austin. I love going home from school and having an older brother there to talk to. When my little brother comes home from his school, then the non-stop excitement begins. Yes. One thing that's fun about being the middle child is when my brothers are arguing with each other. They both look to me to pick their side at the exact same time. Then I get to pick whose side I want to be on. On a more fun note, I love hanging out with you guys and going to places like trampoline parks and the mall. We also have a blast listening to music and watching movies. I know we fight sometimes, quote unquote sometimes, but we will always be there for each other. Will my two favorite brothers in the world, Austin and Jackson, please come up and help me light candle number 11. This next candle goes to the two most important people in my life. I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. You have raised me to be the best person I could be. Without you, I wouldn't have known to stay humble and kind. I wouldn't have my Jewish education if it weren't for you. The things that you have taught me are traits that I will live by and remember for the rest of my life. You taught me to be humble, persistent, methodical, and humorous, Dad. Yeah, not Mom, Dad. No offense. Mom, not only have you taught me the little things like riding a bike, swimming, typing, and more, but have also taught me to have integrity and to always do the right thing. Also, thanks for being my 4th grade math teacher. By the way, I know I was your favorite student. Dad, thanks for giving me a sense of humor, which by the way I used in that last sentence about being Mom's favorite student. I will try to use it as much as I can because I know that laughter is an essential part of living a healthy life. When I'm an adult, I will try to use all of your great financial tips as much as I can. Great financial tips. Thanks for all the road trips, cruises, and camping vacations that you take our family on. They are all so fun, and we really have been to a lot of places. And to both of you, thank you for working so hard to plan for this amazing party. I'm sure everyone is having a blast. Yeah. Most of all, thank you for shaping me into who I am today. Will my mom and dad please come up and help me light candle number 12?
Everybody on your feet, friends. Let's all get up. Let's give them a standing ovation.
So is everybody having a good time? Fantastic. That's what we were trying to achieve today. Jennifer and I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone for coming out here today and for being a part of this. This is a very special day, not just for Carson, but for us as well. And it really means a lot to have all of you here and to be surrounded by such great friends and family. It really does take a village to raise a child. And all of you are part of that village. And we just want you to know how much we appreciate your love and your support over the years, and especially for being here today. So thank you very much. And I got to talk to Carson this morning during the ceremony, so it is Jennifer's turn.
Okay, so Stephen's really great at talking off the cusp, but I can only do that when I'm teaching math. So I'm going to read my notes. All right. So Carson, when I was a 5-year-old little girl, I had only one dream in life, and that was to be a mom. July 4th, 2005, you made that dream come true for a second time. You are a gift to your father and I from the very start. It became apparent to us when you were a young boy that you had many traits and characteristics that made you very unique. One trait I admire about you is that you are very independent and have been since you were little. I wasn't used to having an independent child because your older brother was sure that I was his very own private playmate every waking hour of every waking day. I remember one evening when you were maybe 5 or 6 years old and we were all just hanging out watching a movie downstairs. Suddenly you stood up and announced to all of us, well, I'm tired and I think I'll just go to bed now. And one by one, you kissed everyone goodnight and you walked upstairs into the dark, took a shower, brushed your teeth, and hopped into your own bed. We were certain you were eventually going to call down to us to come up and keep you company, but you never did. We later, I know, right? We later went upstairs to find you sound asleep in your bed. We knew we had something special. I mean, your independence and ability to entertain yourself have always been paramount to your unique personality. I also have always admired how you love to learn. Did you know you love to learn, or did you forget that? Okay, that was a while ago. I mean, not necessarily topics you're taught in school, but starting in kindergarten, you have always found topics to study, love, and delve deeply into. I mean, these interests could last for months and sometimes an entire year. Do you remember any of those? All of them? For a while, you were extremely passionate about all different types of dogs. You would make lists about dogs. You would read lists to us about dogs over and over. You took a journal on our road trips to the national parks. And you would ask every single dog owner we passed what kind of a dog they had. And if you didn't have that type of dog on your list, you would add it in your journal to the list you already had going. That love transferred to dragons. And you got really interested in the book series, How to Train Your Dragon. Thank you, Mrs. Weiner, for all those books. You paid for that? Okay. You devoured those books. I was so happy a child of mine actually developed a love for reading. You wanted to pick up one book after another and read. I mean, did you love dragons? Of course, that phase passed and you found a new passion in, oh, I've left that one out. He said dinosaurs, but I'm going to mythology. Yeah. Specifically Greek mythology, not Roman. Greek gods and Greek mythology. You asked for books about Greek mythology. You read and read those books. I mean, I didn't even understand the stories he was reading, or how you kept track of all the gods in the stories. How did you keep them straight? And yet you're Jewish. You taught and quizzed your little brother, do you remember Jackson? Oh, yeah. About mythology. You were so passionate about your newly found topic that Jackson caught Greek mythology fever. And he wanted to jump on board with you. He wanted to be an expert just like his big brother. You. No, you. Of course I could go on and on because, I mean, your passions didn't end there. I've always marveled at your intense passion for random topics because I never had that. You're so very kind. You like to take care of others, and that includes family, friends, and people we don't even know. I mean, you're always concerned about the well-being of others, and you go out of your way to help someone in need. You are also very nurturing and really good with babies and young children. You like talking to them, playing with them, and just being a role model. And consequently, we have no doubt that someday you will make an excellent father. Being kind-hearted, independent, having deep passions are such admirable qualities in a person. I know that these traits will lead you to success in your career, and you will live a rich and wonderful life. Your father and I love you more than words could ever describe. And we want you to know to always remember to go out there and get what you want in life. The world is yours. Always believe in yourself and what you can accomplish. Carson, this last candle, number 13, is for you.
Hey, it's Austin and Jackson out there. Let's get Austin and Jackson up here as well.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like
right, friends, I've got good news. We're gonna open up our...
Sorry. This is how we do. What can we get for you guys? Mint chip? What about for you? What's that cookie dough? Chocolate chip? What about for you? What can I get for you?
If you're not in the lip sync contest or would like to be a judge, and you're an adult, 18 and over, come and tell me, okay?
Chocolate chip? Sure. There you go.
Congratulations, Carson! Mazel tov! Mazel tov! I remember that you have taught me how to play Pokemon and how to play Fortnite and all the games in the town. Proud of you. Thank you. Congrats!
Go.
Congratulations, Carson. You join everyone in being so very proud of you. We love you.
I'm so proud of you again, Carson, and you're so amazing. And Auntie Lisa would be so proud of you. We love you.
Congrats, Carson. I'm so glad I came out from Florida to celebrate. I know your dad will hopefully let you order off the adult menu, but we'll see how many more years till he'll let you order off the alcohol menu with me. Congrats.
Carson, we love you. You're amazing. We feel like you're one of our grandchildren, and we're very proud of you. And thank you so much for having neighbors and friends across the community. All the best. Only Simcas. May you go as high as possible in your life. All the best. Love you. Mazel tov.
Hey, look.
Let's have a little fun, friends. Hey now. You ready for this?
오빤 강남 스타일. 강남 스타일. 오빤 강남 스타일. 강남 스타일. 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 정숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선어해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선어해 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 선어해 근육보다 사상이 울퉁불퉁한 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일
A little jam by Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg. I give you Marshall. Make some noise for him.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
I know a place where the grass is really greener, warm, wet and wild. There must be something in the water.
On deck, the All-Stars. On deck, the All-Stars. Everybody clap your hands. Give me some rhythm out there.
Bugs break their necks. Creep a little sneak peek at us. You could travel the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be fine in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock. West Coast represent, now put your hands up. Sex on the beach, we feel like sailing on stilettos. We freak in my Jeep.
Everybody, need you all out there to clap your hands for me. Come on, give me some rhythm out there. Come on. Big finish now.
But nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be right in love.
Team Marshall, bring it home. Here we go.
California girls were undeniable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed.
Everybody get your hands in the air. Hands up out there. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Big finish.
California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Team Marshall. Marshall, take a bow. Woo! All right, judges. We call them the All-Stars. Make some noise out there.
The world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't take steps, not the leap for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. Hey, so much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't.
Everybody knows the words. Everybody sing along.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Work it, guys. Work it.
And they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media man begs to differ. Judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Let's get a little noise out there for the All-Stars. Come on, guys. Get ready to take a bow. One big finish. Are you ready?
Hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the All-Stars. Take a bow, guys. Take a bow. Give them a nice round of applause. Now they're going to give us a little reflective tune with a beautiful message. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Alpacas.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, woo, the Alpacas. Alpacas, take a bow, take a bow. Nice round of applause for the Alpacas. There's a reason they're called the big boys right here. They're going for a big number right here and a big song. You guys ready? Judges, friends, are you ready? Let's hear it for the big boys.
Fit me till I'm in love, how you put it on. Got the only key, know how to turn it on. The way you never lie my ear, the only words I wanna hear. Baby, take it slow so we can last long.
Tú eres el imán y yo soy el metal. Me voy acercando y voy
On deck, we have the 90s babies.
pensando se acelera el pulso. Oh yeah.
90s babies on deck.
Más de lo normal, todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más. Esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún apuro.
The big boys working it. This is refined choreography. I like it. I think there's more. Come on, big boys. What do we got? Bring it to the judges. Bring it to the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the big boys. Take a bow. Take a bow. All right. Judges. Finalizing. Team problems.
It's Sticky Eggs. I got one more problem with you, girl. Hey.
Let's go.
I want you to prepare yourselves for a little dancing. Ladies and gentlemen.
And I'll be better off without you. In no time I'll be forgetting all about you. Saying that you know, but I really doubt you. Understand my life is easy when I ain't around you. Iggy, too biggie to be his present. I'm thinking I love the thought of you more than I love your presence. And the best thing now is probably for you to exit. I let you go, let you back. I finally know my lesson. Stepping either you wanted or you just playing. Listening to you knowing I can't believe what you're saying. So me and you begging you, so don't be dumb. I got 99 problems, but you won't be one. Like what?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Problems. Take a bow, take a bow, take a bow. Come on now. It's a good one. Without further ado, we're flashing back to a decade that Carson didn't even know about, the 90s. Let's hear it for the 90s, babies!
Yeah.
Group on deck, the Problems. Sing it!
Tell me why ain't nothing but a party. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Take a step, come on.
The way that it used to be, yeah. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my fire, the one desire. You are.
And the work has definitely paid off. I've worked for a year for this. I'm glad I did it. It's all paid off definitely, and I'm so excited. Thank you for my parents for this amazing party. I know everyone's having a blast, and I just want to thank you for making me study so that I was prepared. If I wasn't prepared, I would have failed today.
watched, and
Congratulations, Carson. We're so proud of you.
Carson,
you worked so hard for this day. You studied, and you were amazing. You deserved your beautiful party. We couldn't be more proud.
What she said. Carson, you did an absolutely fantastic job today. Everybody is so proud of you. We are so happy that you had a great time. You did such a wonderful job, and you did amazing. We love you, buddy.
Love you, Carson.
Second place. Young man, done it all by yourself. Young man, put your pride on the shelf and just back it up to the YMCA. I'm forward. Everybody out there, pump the arms up.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, I was once in your shoes.